It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo, yo, yo! Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the house. Busy show. You know what today is, don't you?
It's the big draft day special.
No, it's Thursday, Jay.
Oh.
But yes, the draft is also
Well, that's
today.
what today's show is, right? So it's our big draft day spectacular.
The draft day spectacular. The biggest, longest, largest draft day spectacular in human radio history.
I don't know about the longest, but it's certainly the best. Of all of the draft day spectaculars, John, ours is certainly one of them.
I have to agree with you unequivocally. Also today, though, is a big day for me and my personal family. Did you know that?
What is that?
Today,
signing day.
It's signing day for my daughter. I was never the athlete that could sign with the SEC and play ball. You know what I'm saying? But my genes are.
Well, she's not playing ball.
You telling me cheerleading is not a sport?
No, I didn't say that. Did I say that, John?
I'm
What
just
did I
saying,
say?
I just want you to know.
It's
I
not
went to
ball.
It's not ball.
You know, there's no ball involved.
There's technically no ball, but they
That's
have
right.
bases.
Unless
and
they're
people
male
that
cheerleaders.
flip
There's
and-
two involved in that
Yes,
case.
and there would be two. And I think there are co-ed. I'm pretty sure that because
There
it is college.
That's right.
I think they actually have both teams. But anyway, the whole point is congratulations to my little girl. She's also signing with her friend Emma Terry today for Ole Miss Cheer.
Hotty.
Again, hey, I wasn't good enough to be an SEC, quote, athlete, sorry. But I also wasn't good enough to be a genius. But my dadgum DNA has produced a genius and an SEC athlete. Telling you, ladies.
Cream of the crop, John.
Cream of the crop. It always rises to the top. Man, I'm so proud of myself today. Do I sound like I have a big
your
head?
kids. It's not you. There aren't your accomplishments. They're your
What are you
kids'
talking? Whoa.
accomplishments.
Again, they are my children's accomplishment, but I made them.
That's right.
And I raised them.
That's right.
And look how good of a job I've done.
That's true. It's
Also,
undoubtedly, John.
Undoubtedly. Got it. You know what? Is this wrong to say? Man, I think I did better than my own parents.
Is that right?
Actually, no.
I really hope they're listening. I'm
actually joking.
Yeah, no,
because I
assume.
think my parents probably did even more for them than I did because I feel like my children raised me and my parents were in the shadows just making sure I didn't wreck everything. But I am
No, you
proud.
did a fine job, John.
I am very proud of my daughter. Big day today for us and our family. Congratulations, Savannah. Love you. NFL draft. Real deal Holyfield going down the night. My man Jay
I
has
got my
got
mock
his
draft.
whole mock draft.
Well, just first round. What, am I going to do all rounds on the first day? That'd be ridiculous.
I was going to say that would be kind of ridiculous
doing
since
one
we
round.
have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
One round. I also have more draft grades, John. So,
You have some grades?
So I want to give a grade today. Maybe a couple grades today because I'm still a little peeved about yesterday, you not going to me enough. The past 2 days, honestly, you've gone to people like Russell Copeland and Gabe Kuhn for football analysis rather than your producer sitting right here. And I'm a football expert, John, certainly a draft expert. So I'm still a little peeved about that. So I have a whole lot of draft grades, and I've got my mock draft ready to go today.
Oh, I'm so happy. Yes. And by the way, I'm also happy for another reason. Did you, I don't know. A lot of people are like, oh, the Golden State Warriors are the favorite. Hey, they're the betting favorite. Did you know that?
For the finals, really?
Yep. Right now, they're the betting
It's hard
favorite.
to argue with, John. Wouldn't you say?
Well, I don't know. Did you listen to Charles Barkley last night?
Chuck.
Did you hear Chucky?
Not after the game. I heard him. Well, I heard a lot of what he said, though.
After the Warriors closed out the Nuggets, Chuck came out there and said, guess what? He thinks when the Grizzlies get past the Timberwolves.
Wow.
He says the reason they will is because they have three great guards. They can play a bunch of different ways. They have a very deep bench, and they aren't mentally soft. Like, by the way, I don't think a bunch of men want to be called soft. Chuck called Minnesota mentally soft.
They are, though. It's a fact. I mean, you can see in the way they play.
Yep, I agree with you.
I don't mean to. You're right, though. It is a very rude, disparaging thing to say about another
A
person.
bunch of men being soft.
That
yeah,
they're soft.
that is.
But it's evident, but you're just talking about the way they play, and it's evident. You blow multiple double-digit leads.
They what?
Yeah, that's true. That's why they're soft. No, but you blow multiple 15-point leads and two 20-point leads in the same game. That's not mental fortitude, John. That's being soft. Can't take a punch.
Yes, the T-Wolves are kind of flaccid, I would say, but guess what? That's another term for soft.
That's right.
Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So since that we know what the T-Wolves are,
Flaccid.
Chuck said, guess what? He said he thinks the Grizzlies, if they try to go to that, what do they call it, the death lineup or the Death Star? When they go
Grizzlies call
small.
they call it the death lineup?
I don't know, man. I hear all these stupid terms for it. Yeah, I hear it's called the death lineup.
I've never heard that, but I like it. I mean, I'm sure it's a thing, John. I just never heard of it.
This is really sad.
In all of my coaching rooms, we weren't talking about the death lineup.
You're probably right, but
I don't know though, honestly. No, I believe you. It's called the death lineup. I've heard that before.
You're lying now.
No, I definitely heard the death lineup before. I just didn't know. I didn't know the Grizzlies had one.
Yes, it is the death lineup.
Okay. I believe you.
It is.
Okay.
Like I just Googled it.
No, I gotcha. Death lineup. Anyway, what were you saying about the death lineup?
The death lineup, devastatingly small ball, fivesome featuring Steph Curry, Klay Thompson.
Oh, that's what the Warriors call it, is the death lineup.
Yes, you
gotcha,
idiot.
Gotcha. I thought you were talking about the Grizzlies had a death lineup. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, Chuck was saying that the death lineup will get their brains beat out by the Grizzlies. And he also said...
Did he say why?
One, because the Grizzlies have great guards. He says they also have people in the paint that can punish the death lineup. And then he said, and if somehow the Warriors do get past the Grizzlies, try to play that death lineup against either Giannis or Joel Embiid. They'll get fired on like you wouldn't believe. So I like this.
I tend to agree, honestly, but, a point against what he's saying is the Nuggets. Jokic is obviously the best player, John. Who do you think would
But he's a point forward.
But
he ain't down there pounding that junt inside.
He could be, but
he can't because he can't jump over a curve.
But who do you think played the second best in that series for the Nuggets? I've got my idea.
Second best?
I think Boogie did.
It was definitely Boogie Cousins. And I will say this.
And they could have gone
is this
big
his
with
10th team this year?
Yeah, he's been on a lot. But they could have gone two big guys against the
Twin
Warriors.
Tower style?
They should, and I think they should have to match it for those matchup problems, but Mike Malone didn't feel like they could match up that way. So I see it, the Grizzlies being able to have a tough time putting bigs out there against that lineup too. And I think if you're Jaren is your 5 in that lineup playing against that quote-unquote death lineup, I think the Grizzlies have a tough time matching up with that, to be honest. But Anthony Sane didn't believe that. Chuck obviously doesn't believe that. I'm in the minority. Maybe I'm wrong.
I hate to say this to you. You've been wrong on so many occasions.
Yeah, but not about basketball.
That's true. You're actually. I will give you your love. You know more G League basketball than anybody I know on planet Earth.
Yeah. I think I know basketball second only to how well I know how to grade draft prospects in the NFL.
I don't know. I disagree.
I know so much about football, John. I know exactly what it takes to be an inside linebacker in the NFL. I mean, I know more about being an offensive guard for an NFL team than I do about maybe anything.
So do you have CTE or something?
What's that, John? I can't remember what you're talking about.
We got a busy day today. We have day baseball, 11:35.
The Marlins play this afternoon, I believe.
They do. Your Marlins play at 12:05 against your Nationals.
Did you see Pablo Lopez last night, John? That guy, one of the best pitchers in the MLB right now.
Yes, Pablo Lopez, Pablo Escobar. Those guys did things right.
And Trevor Rogers on the bump today. He's had a tough start, John, but we like
Trevor Rogers is on my fantasy baseball team. He's disappointed
start.
me like I have never been disappointed.
He's got a 7.7 ERA this year.
I don't know if you know.
He was the best pitcher on staff last year, maybe.
Better Pablo Lopez or Pablo Escobar? Pablo Escobar.
They're good at different things, John.
Was the number one drug dealer in the history of the world. Amassed the largest amount of wealth ever. Also brought hippos in an entire zoo.
Really?
To wherever the heck he was. Was it in Colombia?
Yeah, that's right.
Bogota, maybe?
Bogota.
Maybe.
That's the capital of Colombia.
Oh, that's the only reason I know it. I'm good at this capital thing for some reason. Remember when you said Juneau and you were talking about
Alaska.
some 15-year-old girl? I was like, oh, Alaska.
Juneau is the movie with, I forget her name now.
She was your crush.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that story?
Yeah, that was the greatest story ever. But Pablo Lopez is now 3-0 with the Miami Marlins. Do you know what his ERA is?
1.21, isn't that right?
0.39.
Oh, wow. I
Dude,
didn't know it was that low.
Lopez right now is pitching like
that was from yesterday,
absolute maniac. He only gave up 1 run yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. It went down a ton yesterday.
Yeah, it went down. He's 3-0 with a 0.39 ERA, 23 Ks, and his whip. And do you know what whip is?
Yeah, walks, hits, innings pitched.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a song, Whip It. What is it?
Well, I whip my hair back and forth. That's by
I whip
Willow
my
Smith.
hair back. Yeah, dude. So his whip, by the way, walks, hits,
Smith's
innings pitched.
daughter.
No, it is not.
Yeah, Willow Smith is Will Smith's daughter. Will and Jada's daughter, and Jaden is their son. See, do you see what they did, John? So the daughter is named Willow after the father, and their son is named Jaden after the mother. How about that?
Little interesting tidbit from you. But I think Pablo Escobar was good. But Pablo Lopez, again,
Best ERA in MLB.
0.73 whip, 23 Ks in 3 games with a .39 ERA. My man is in fuego.
You know what I love about modern day baseball statistics, John? You know this big one that we care about.
I like WAR.
More than wins nowadays is quality starts, right? QS,
True.
right? Pablo Lopez has a .39 ERA, right? He's pitched 4 games. He's 3-0, so he has 1 less win than he does games started. Quality starts, he has 2 quality starts. He has more wins than he does quality starts because that win he had with a .39 ERA, it wasn't a quality start, John.
Really?
Yeah, because quality starts you have to go 6 full,
That's
right?
right. And he went, 5 and a
So
third?
dumb. Make it 5. No one goes past 5 anymore. Why is the measure of quality 6?
Well, Walker
Dumb.
Buehler went 9 innings this week for the Dodgers. But
Wow.
the Dodgers in the last 2 games have let me down bad. They got beat
bet
by
on
the
yesterday.
Diamondbacks. Man, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Come on now. Don't be screwing things up. And by the way, I told you, Mariners going to keep it close. I took Mariners plus the 1.5.
Julio Rodriguez had a chance to win the game, right?
I know, he sure did. But you know what? I still won my bet because I had plus 1.5. So life was pretty good yesterday. Was not bad. We also had a little NBA, if you didn't know. The Grizzlies did not play.
No, they didn't play. Only 2 games yesterday. I missed
I don't like the
third
fact
game,
that
John.
the Grizzlies don't play tonight because you know what tomorrow is?
Friday.
Friday and Music Fest.
Are you going to Music Fest? Oh,
Man,
Van Morrison tomorrow,
I
right?
have work to do at Music Fest, Holmes. Me and Hollywood.
In Van Morrison tomorrow?
Man, let me tell you a little secret. I don't know much
You don't know Van Morrison?
about the lineup. I just know I like to get down.
John, Van Morrison was a singer. I guess he still is a singer.
He is.
Yeah, a heck of a band.
Really?
He has a great band.
A great band.
Don't you think? You don't like Van Morrison, John?
Sing me a song. Actually, don't sing one. Play one when we go out.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
That's
you
fair.
still don't know one Van Morrison
No,
song.
I do, but I had another plan for what I was going to do. But you know what, John? We're getting too behind the scenes here.
Yeah.
But so you're talking about the MLB yesterday. You had a big. We were talking yesterday before. We were talking about how much we don't really trust Jordan Montgomery. Well, the Yankees win 5-2 over the O's yesterday. John, are the Yankees?
Told you.
Are the Yankees for real?
They are the Yankees.
That sounded almost like a leadoff
It
question.
sounds
didn't it?
like almost a leadoff question, which we're about to get to. And if you can't tell, I sound horrible. Can you tell?
Why?
My allergies are on fire.
Oh, dude, mine too.
My-
Oh, geez,
I
today's a
got
tough
watery
day.
eyes. I can't
Oh.
breathe through my nose.
Me
My
too.
ear is bothering me, and I had this little scratchy throat.
You know what's better than Claritin, though, John? Sports opinions.
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say
that'll
t-
clear you right up.
I was going to say Tito's.
Well, that's true too, maybe.
Did you know Tito's handmade vodka? I think it can clear you up. It can also help you lose weight because if you just drink Tito's and vodka, please. Are there any calories in that? And it's delicious. Do you know what vodka means? Do you know what the word vodka
Are
means?
you asking me? John, no, I don't. Tell me what it means.
It means fire water, I believe, in Russian. And it is fire water.
It sounds purely speculative.
Actually, I had a Russian. I used to date a Russian. Remember that? It was before the Ukrainian invasion, by
A
the
white
way.
Russian?
Oh, I love a white Russian. A little vodka, a little Kahlua. That's the only time I ever drink milk or half and half. I hadn't had milk in my refrigerator in 26 years.
Yeah, you said that yesterday. It was a wild revelation.
It is. I don't think that's wild. I don't think single dudes are just walking up in a grocery store and buying milk.
I disagree totally. Anybody that eats cereal,
I don't
buys
eat cereal,
milk.
though.
Yeah, but you said like all dudes. Any whatever dude.
How
not
many
single
dudes are walking through the grocery store,
Plenty.
grabbing some milk and
So
getting some
many.
Fruit Loops or some Fruity Pebbles?
So
Fruity
many.
Pebbles.
Well, not necessarily Fruity Pebbles. I eat Lucky Charms, to be honest. I
That
still
is
like.
horrible. The marshmallows are disgusting.
You mean delicious?
Disgusting.
You picked the wrong word that starts with D.
I cannot.
Well, it depends on how you're feeling. Sometimes, John, you got to go with the high fiber cereal. Sometimes you can splurge and go with little sugary cereal. You know, depends on the day.
Yeah, dude.
So you don't sound like a cereal aficionado, though.
Let me just tell you something. I have eaten Fruit Loops. I've eaten Fruity Pebbles.
Did you know all Fruit Loops are the same flavor? All the colors of Fruit Loops are the same flavor.
Don't tell me
I don't believe it,
though.
I don't believe it, though. I bet I could pick out a blue one.
I think a blue one is the one I like, probably.
Do you think you could pick out a blue one? If I put a blindfold
I couldn't pick
on
out
you,
a green
John,
one, I could tell you that.
And we did the Pepsi challenge. Do you think if I put a blindfold on you, you could pick out the blue Fruit Loop?
I think I could. In fact, this is something we should probably do for...
Also, the Pepsi challenge. You always bring up the Pepsi challenge, John.
Yeah, because I like smoking...
That's not what a Pepsi challenge is, though.
No, it really is. It's the 2022 Pepsi challenge has nothing to do with Pepsi
But John,
at all. It's taking THC, real deal Holyfield marijuana, and it's going D8, D9, D10, THCO, THCV, THCP, HHC. It's getting all up in that business.
But I don't think you want to associate with the Pepsi challenge because it's a terrible challenge, John. It was a good promotion, blah, blah, blah. But you telling me I blindfold you and put a Coke and a Pepsi in front of you, you can't tell the difference?
Well, here's what I do. No,
you
it's
can
very
tell the
simple.
difference.
I'll roll up a normal joint, and then I roll up a D8
No, but I'm talking
joint.
Pepsi, John.
Again, this is what I'm trying to say. You can't do it, like, right there at the same time, though, because, like, one day, I won't tell you what it is, and I'll be like, yo, did you have a good time? And he'd be like, man, that was the best time, man. You know what I'm saying? Grizzlies got a big game, man.
What about Pepsi,
the next
John?
day that you try it, and you'd be like, oh, my goodness, man, that was even better, bruh. And I'll be like, yes, because I just gave you a big old Pickwood, two, like their little 2-gram blunts they got that's rolled in the keef. Ow!
But, John.
Do you want to get those? You can get them at 3670 South Houston Levee Road in Collierville at Hemp20. Shop Hemp20 today. Go online to shophemp20.com. Bing, bang, boom. You can love me and thank me later. Don't forget their edibles are out of control. And I told you, I'm a big hometown hero guy, right? Because I like helping the veterans and also getting a little bit of a little buzz, you would say. Actually, euphoric. Yes, very euphoric. But they had these new things. And I told you about the moon rocks, right? Have I told you about the moon rocks?
Am I supposed to answer? Yes.
Well, this is not moon rocks. This is moon exotics. And what they are is gummies. And I love gummies. What is the breakfast of champions?
Wheaties.
No, it's 2 D8s and a cup of coffee, brother. And that's what it's been for me lately. But I did try this morning. So, again, I think it's helping out my allergies because they were atrocious. I could barely get out of bed. But I took a moon exotic. It's going to take you, get ready for liftoff. 15 milligrams of Delta 10, 25 milligrams of Delta 8, 10 milligrams of Delta 9. Eat that bad boy, bing, bang, boom. You're going to love life. Guess where I'm at?
Where, John?
I'm in a box.
I just realized you took my phone charger.
Dude, also can't even breathe over here. Like, I'm going to need oxygen.
Got to get it pumped.
It's hard to breathe when you talk through your mouth.
Got to get it pumped. Where else would you talk?
I mean, I talk through my mouth, but I usually breathe through my nose. And today, I'm telling you right now, if Tony Montana, have you ever seen the episode? You know where Tony Montana at the end is like, say hello to my little friend.
That's
and he puts his whole face in a big old pile of Coke.
Yeah, there's a giant comical pile of cocaine in front of him.
None would get in my nose today. None.
Right?
Yep.
Wow. That's probably good, though.
I mean, it's not like I'm sitting around doing yay.
Well, yeah, but when you anyway.
I'm just saying how stopped up I am.
Yeah, no, I get it. John, it's draft day. And I say that for no reason. I got some questions from listeners for today for you. Because we got to catch up on this. It's Thursday. It's a big day. We haven't really done it all week.
And by the way, just so you know, Isaac Simpson's coming up next. We're going to talk about the Grizzlies. We'll talk about his Cowboys a little bit. We also have a huge draft day special. We have Hardenwood because it just feels so good. And we have bets.
That's right. John, this is from Aaron in Calgary, Alberta, in Canada. You ever been to Calgary?
Is Aaron a male or a female? Because it could be used as both.
I have no idea, honestly. So don't assume either way.
Let's just see by the question.
Okay. Says, Dear John, we have 2 beautiful children, but people keep telling us to have more. What would you do?
Oh, it's kind of like
Wow, good question.
It's a great question. You have 2 beautiful children, and people keep telling you you have more?
Yeah. What should we do?
I think if I were you...
I think keep pumping them out.
No, you're 2 for 2. You're batting 1,000. You know what you do?
What?
You relax.
How many kids do you have, John?
2.
Really? I thought you had more than 2.
I have 2 grandkids.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
2 kids, 2 grandkids. And that's the other thing about kids. They multiply themselves. They're like little gremlins.
Yeah?
You just pour a little water, And then
Don't
next
feed
thing
them
you know,
after midnight.
Don't feed them after midnight.
right.
You know, like, anyway, they multiply and stuff. So I think 2 is plenty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
because
you're probably right.
and by the way, let me tell you something.
My parents just had 1.
Love my children. But grandkids, they like get dropped off for only like a few hours.
Grandkids are way better, right?
You get
Because
to play,
have all the fun with them.
And then you get to do like,
All right, see you later.
you call up your kid and you're like, hey, where are you at? And they're like, oh, we're at dinner, wrapping up dessert. I'm like, well, put dessert in the to-go box. I'm done.
Time to go.
It's time to go. Roll out.
Wow. So
What was your question?
You're saying should they have more kids? You
Oh,
said
no.
So
2 is perfect
So
number.
grandparents seems like the way to go. It's versus having a kid.
The problem
you have to have
is,
a kid first.
I
though.
was going to say, you have to go through that whole child process.
That's right.
But you know what? Kids help you grow up.
This next question, John, comes from Mike in Fairland, Oklahoma. You ever been to Fairland, Oklahoma, John?
No, I've been to Oklahoma City.
Wow, that's close, I think. It says, Dear John and Jay Morgan, I'm included in this one. Do you ever feel like technology has shortened your attention span? I can't stay focused on this question, John. Next question. This says, Dear John and Jay Morgan, me and my fiance get married next week. Where do you suggest we go for our honeymoon? Bed.
You know what? No. Okay, see, this is a tough
Or
one.
the kitchen counter, whatever your
I just got
fancy
back
is,
from the
honestly.
Virgin Islands. I got to say I'm very partial to it, but I don't think they know a bunch of people down there, so they ain't going to be getting on boats and like, you know what I mean?
Right, you have to know somebody.
You got to know peeps that have boats.
That's
you got to
right.
have friends.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
lots of them. Amen on that one. I've been to Costa Rica. I love that. Honduras. Did the whole backpacking in Europe. But I would say Turks and Caicos. That's my
Wow.
next destination. I can't wait. I'm going to Turks and Caicos. I'm going to get buck wild over there. And I think they need to go over there, celebrate, and then hit me back with a
Tell
not
us
a
how it
question,
was.
but just tell us how the
Yeah.
Turks and Caicos
Turks
are.
and Caicos. Okay.
And by the way, if you're starting your marriage off in Turks and Caicos, I have a feeling that you're going to make it.
You're right.
If you start your
A beautiful
marriage
wedding, a
off in
beautiful honeymoon.
What is it? A Red Roof Inn. You're divorced.
You're doomed.
Like you never
even had a shot.
6 months.
Yeah, you never had a shot.
You're like a Kim Kardashian marriage.
Well,
Actually,
except for Kanye. Kanye lasted a while.
he lasted a while, but look how it's ended. My
Ugly, man.
goodness, ugly. Now the Grizzlies, they've looked ugly in the first half. They looked ugly for 3 quarters.
Slow start, scary finish.
But man, slow start, scary finish, but dadgummit, they're finishing. They're up 3-2. We're talking Grizzlies with Isaac Simpson on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Acura of Memphis invites you to experience the all-new, completely redesigned 2022 Acura MDX. It's the most advanced SUV Acura has ever built. Experience the convenience of full connectivity, including built-in Alexa, Wi-Fi hotspot, and wireless charging, from the stunning interior complete with third-row seating. Stop by our state-of-the-art facility and take advantage of our aggressive APR offers today at Ridgeway and 385. Or shop online from the convenience of home now. Visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
Remember when Anderton's was your favorite place? Well, it's been reborn as The Cove. With all Anderton's memorabilia and more, enjoy happy hour daily from 4 to 7 with Johnny Harden $5 lemon drops, the most extensive bourbon bar in Memphis, and extraordinary bar grub. My favorites, raw fresh oysters, the best oysters Rockefeller, and stoner pie made from cream cheese, rotel, beef tamales, and Fritos. The Cove also has great paninis and pizza. There's plenty to do at the Cove, too. Trivia Tuesday, Karaoke Wednesday, and live bands every Friday and Saturday. Find out the weekend lineup on Facebook or call 901-730-0719. Remember when you had a favorite place called Anderton's? Well, it's back as The Cove, 2559 Broad Avenue. The Cove, your favorite place to go.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios. Grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers. Everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
What's wrong, darling?
Work.
I thought you loved your job.
I do, but the boss put me in charge of his corporate luncheon. His bosses are coming. So now I got to figure out something about food.
Hey, have you called Charlie Robertson at Three Little Pigs?
I haven't, but that's a great idea.
That shoulder pack that we got for Mom and Dad's anniversary was killer, honey. And you get a half gallon of coleslaw, half gallon of cooked beans, and all the trimmings with the 24 buns and everything.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
You remember we took the kids there and we had so much fun, and the kids love the ribs and they don't even like ribs.
Oh, that catfish. Oh, yeah. 3 Little Pigs. And I got all stressed out for nothing.
Three Little Pigs at the corner of White Station and Quince. A slow-cooked pork shoulder you can have on a sandwich, or you can even have it catered. Plus delicious grain-fed catfish that melts in your mouth. Three Little Pigs Country Breakfast. All the trimmings will get you ready for any day. Three Little Pigs Barbecue, where we serve no swine before it's time. 901-685-7094.
Hey everybody, Chevy Truck Month is rolling in Olive Branch. I'm out here at All-Star Chevrolet looking at every new and certified Silverado truck you could want. Crew cabs, double cabs, 4x4s, high country. 0% financing is available and your good credit deserves it. You can even get $1,000 allowance for accessories or get bonus cash. Kevin and Jeff are killing it right now getting all new 2022 Equinox SUVs to Olive Branch where you could drive one today. Really affordable new Chevy SUVs. If you want to pre-order, Kevin or Jeff can show you all the new Chevys in the pipeline. So go to allstarautogroup.com and check out hundreds of certified and pre-owned right here, right now. If you want to sell your car, the go-to place to sell any car or truck for some crazy good money is here at All-Star Chevrolet. Get a check today, and you don't even have to buy one of theirs. Just bring it on, even if you owe money on it. Remember, it's not South Haven, not the Pike, not Collierville, Bartlett, or Mount Moriah. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevrolet or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Memphis's only Top Golf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen's Small Bites. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house, and we're talking to my good buddy Isaac Simpson. We got draft day. Is draft day. Is draft day.
That's a Drake song. Not the way you sang it, but the way he sang it.
Wait, Drake actually sings that? Wait, you're saying Drake sings better than me?
Well, he doesn't say draft day, draft day. It's like a rap, you know.
Oh, it is? Is it more like draft day?
Johnny Manziel.
Johnny's not
5
in it.
years later, how am I the man still? Draft day.
Whoa.
A. Wiggins. I can't say the rest of that line.
Oh, my goodness.
curses.
Jay Morgan, you have got some. I didn't know you had a little game. Well, today I just want everybody to wish me a little bit of luck because it's a beautiful day. It's draft day. But my nose is running like I stole something. It is atrocious. Allergies stink, but you know what? The weather's really nice. Anything you can tell me? I will say this. By the way, you would suck at charades, Jay. I was pantomiming, get me a Kleenex. And I'm like, and you're like thinking I'm playing peekaboo with
I don't
you.
know why you think I thought you were playing peekaboo. I saw you doing it. I just stared at you like, what's he doing? And I just went back to what I was doing.
I know.
And
You
came
just
in here and
put your
I
hands
wasn't
in your
playing
face.
peekaboo with you. No, I wasn't. I didn't think you were. I
Well,
can figure out what you were doing, though.
Anyway, if you ever do find those Kleenex, it'd probably
I told
be
you where they are.
very benefit. No, yes. Then you get up and go get them if you know where they are.
Yes, sir.
Do you look in the refrigerator and like look behind? You probably have milk. So is there anything anybody can see behind the milk? Nope.
Lemonade around the corner.
Okay. Anyway, we are going to talk about this Grizzlies team that is making miraculous comes back with my good buddy Isaac Simpson. Isaac, how are you doing on this beautiful Thursday?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Weather's beautiful outside, man. We got draft day. We got the Grizzlies. Hopefully about to close this out tomorrow night, man. I'm doing well. How are you, John?
I'm wonderful, man. And plus we have a music fest, starting this weekend tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of getting buck around here. And I have to say, did you hear about Charles Barkley talking about Golden State after they closed things out?
Man, actually, I did not see that last night. What did Charles have to say?
Man, it made me feel so good. He basically was saying that the death lineup, where Dre plays the 5, he's like, that won't work against Memphis. And then,
No, I
Kenny
agree.
Kenny kind of came back and said, well, Memphis has got to get back, past the Timberwolves. And he basically said the Timberwolves are so mentally soft it's not even funny. And that the Grizzlies will get past them. Ja's a superstar. They got 3 great guards. They got depth. Taylor Jenkins has become a great basketball coach. So he was singing the Grizzlies' praises. I hate to put the cart before the horse and think about the Warriors in the next round. But I have to feel like if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves and you've blown last Thursday 2 25-point leads, you have 6 minutes and 58 seconds in the fourth quarter and you're up 11, and you blow all this, I have to feel like you got to be looking at everybody in that locker room and just like wondering what it is that we can do better.
Man, I keep thinking that's the case. I thought for sure that was going to be the case after Game 3. I mean, you have a 26-point lead and a 25-point lead, blow both of those, end up losing that game. You're thinking, okay, well, there's no way that a young team like this, a team that has made some dumb decisions, dumb way closing out games, have some issues doing that in the past. There's no way they can recover from that. And they come out Game 4 and play fantastic. And they end up winning that game by 1. And you're thinking, okay, well, the Grizzlies are going to come back and back home and game 5, they're going to punch them in the mouth and they're going to win this thing easily. And for 3.5 quarters, man, it looked like Minnesota's going to win that game. For some reason, this Minnesota team just gives the Grizzlies problems. No matter what it is, they come out ready to play, and you keep waiting for this game outside of Game 2. You keep waiting for this game where Grizzlies look like the 2 seed and Minnesota looks like the 7 seed, and it just really hasn't happened in this series. So now I'm just kind of scared to predict anything. I think the Grizzlies are definitely in fantastic shape. I mean, they got 2 games to win 1, so the pressure is definitely on Minnesota. I think the Grizzlies win this series, but I think seeing a game where a team wins by double digits, I think that's out of the window. I think if the Grizzlies do go to Minnesota and win on Friday, I still think it's going to end up being a close game because it's young and I would say, I guess, dumb as this Minnesota team has seemed to be at times. For some reason, they're still able to get it done against this Grizzlies team for the most part. The Grizzlies just can't seem to fully shake them.
And the thing is, if they can't shake them on Friday, Sunday, 2:30 on ABC, back here at the Grindhouse, I just don't see the Grizzlies blowing that. I think I give a 69% chance that they win Friday. I give a 100% chance that if they do force a Game 7 Sunday around 4:30, Memphis will be getting bucked. So that's just my opinions, of course. Now I have to ask you something very important. Ja Morant, wow. The way he ended the third quarter and his fourth quarter, he was in fuego. Did not miss a free throw. Hit his only 3-pointer. He stepped it up. I was listening to Pete Pranica earlier with Dave, and he just talked about, Ja sometimes he just reads the room. He did have 7 assists in that first half. He couldn't make a free throw either in the first half, though. But at the end of the game, and when they needed scoring, when they needed a spark, he seems to know what gear to get in. And man, he got in high gear the other night. But the question is can he now can he sustain the play that he did in the fourth quarter? I mean, for actually 4 whole quarters, or him feeling out a game? Is that important for the Memphis Grizzlies in the way that they play?
Man, you go back to Game 5 late in that game, man. Call 12. I mean, that's what he said after the game, man, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, for a guy that outside of Game 2 for the most part is really struggling in the series. Minnesota's done a fantastic job of blitzing him and making it tough on him. I mean, you could see early in that game he was extremely frustrated. I mean, he was in his head at the free throw line. You could just see it on his face, and he flipped the switch. I mean, he got one of the best in-game dunks I think I've ever seen at the end of that third quarter, and I think that got him going. I think at that point he decided, I'm going to be in attack mode all through the rest of this fourth quarter, and they're not gonna be able to do a damn thing about it, so to speak. And that's exactly what we saw. And he has that ability, and I'm hoping that carries over into Game 6 because I mean, when a guy goes that level, I mean, he went otherworldly in that fourth quarter, and there was nothing. I don't care what kind of defense Minnesota was playing. He was getting downhill, getting to the rim, and they couldn't stop him. And I mean, I think that dunk, might have woke him up and gave him the confidence. What we saw in the fourth quarter. Hopefully that's something that we can carry over to Game 6 because if we get that Ja Morant, I don't think there's any way we see a Game 7 back here in Memphis. I think that series over on Friday night if we get that Ja Morant. And also, man, one big thing for them is Jaren Jackson Jr., man, just has to stay on the floor. Imagine where this series would be if Jaren Jackson Jr. had even been decent or been able to stay on the floor in this series. I think the Grizzlies would be kicking back with their feet up, waiting for Sunday to play Golden State, and that would have happened probably a couple games ago if Jaren Jackson Jr. was playing well. Again, and the thing about it is people talk about his scoring. They don't necessarily even need
defense
scoring numbers from him, man. If he could just stay on the floor, give you 10 points, and the impact that he has on the defensive end is just massive to the point to where he makes up for not being that big scorer by what he does on the defensive end. The splits of when he's on the floor and off the floor for this team are just ridiculous. I mean, it's just massive. When as soon as he comes in, you'll notice team starts to get stops. When he's out the floor, they have a really hard time doing that, man. He impacts the entire team defensively, man. If he could just stay on the floor, if you could just get 28, 29 minutes out of him on Friday, I think this team walks out of there with a victory, a 4-2 series win, and look forward to Sunday against Golden State. But Ja Morant, man, I'm hoping what we saw in Game 5 late in that game gets him going, and that's something that we see carryover from going into Friday.
Now, talking about Trey J, my man, the only thing we can guarantee, it feels like, during this series is that he's going to get 6 fouls. And 2 of them are going to be extremely stupid offensive fouls where he just runs over people. He's got to work on that. But what do you think it is? Is it just a mental thing? We know, I mean, this is his best regular season that he's had with the Memphis Grizzlies. Extremely, immensely talented. Plays great on the defensive side. What is it about, like, the playoffs have started? Is he in his head?
Yeah, I think it's 100% mental because he's a much better player than this. Because a lot of those fouls are just, like you said, just bad fouls. I mean, just running over guys. You had the one early against Karl-Anthony Towns. We just push off anytime he makes a move. He extends the arm. I mean, those are ones that you can avoid. There's a lot of he just on defense. He'll just jump into guys. I mean, he just has to be better than that. I mean, he's so important for this team, and somehow they're up 3-2 without a lot of contribution from him. And I think one thing I do think is if they do advance past the series and play Golden State, I think he's a much better matchup for Golden State. I don't think you'll see, and I think that's overall for the entire team. A lot of people are kind of down on this Grizzlies team right now, and they're saying, "Oh, well, this doesn't look anything like the team that we saw for 82 games." And I kind of disagree with them because if you go back, and I know Dylan Brooks didn't play in any of the matchups against Minnesota, but if you go back and look at the way they look against Minnesota, this isn't any different than the way they've looked against the Timberwolves this year. This has just been an extremely, extremely tough matchup, and I know a lot of Warriors fans wouldn't like it when I say this, and I'm not even guaranteeing that the Grizzlies would beat the Warriors, but I'm saying that I feel like if they advance and play the Warriors, I think the Warriors series would be easier than this one. I think they look a lot better in the series. I think the games would be a lot more pleasant to watch. This is for whatever reason, that Timberwolves team just gives this Grizzlies team a lot of problems, and they just can't play their game. The Warriors can't do that. The Warriors are not going to be able to. They don't have the personnel to blitz Ja. Ja will be able to get to the cup. He'll be able to get downhill. I think Jaren Jackson Jr. Will have a much better series going up against Looney and Draymond Green. I think you'll be able to play Steven Adams more in this series, and I think we'll get back to kind of what we're used to seeing from this team. But Minnesota, Boston, Dallas, and to a lesser extent Atlanta are teams that this year they've just seemed to give the Grizzlies trouble, and those are kind of the teams where you see them doing uncharacteristic things, and that carried over into this playoff series.
All right, man, I agree with you unequivocally. This Timberwolves team can match up with the Grizzlies, and plus they have mismatches like Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, dude. He's just an absolute problem and a freak. I'm glad he tried to go for the steal the other night, and Ja got that little finger roll, a little dipsy-do, how you like me now. Karl-Anthony Towns, man, showed up really small, came back big. Been playing very hard, trying to mean mug people. He's a matchup nightmare, let's be honest with you, for this Memphis Grizzlies team. So I do agree with you 100% on what you just said, but I want to ask you about 2 players. Brandon Clark has become one of the best rebounders in the postseason. On the offensive glass the other night, he got 9 rebounds, one of the biggest rebounds late in the fourth quarter, had 15 for the game. He's also, I think, one of the best. I think he's the best cutter to the basketball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Dude, they're dropping passes off, and he is getting basically almost like dunks or layups every time he's down there. He's also dropping off a few assists every night. He's playing just amazing basketball. And last year it was like, where did Brandon Clark go? Well, man, Brandon Clark is back. How big is he for this team going forward on this run?
Man, he's been absolutely massive in this series. And I said going in that I felt like he would be huge off the bench because what he does is easy offense. In the playoffs, a lot of times the defense is so good that you struggle offensively, you have to try to find a way to get easy baskets. And he's a guy that you don't have to run plays for. Like you said, those cuts to the basket, he gets those. He has that little floater in the lane. And his jump is so quick that it's hard to defend. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards both talked about that the other night in the post-game presser. They said that they've really never seen a guy that gets off the ground as quick as he does. And he has this knack of just being in the right place for rebounds and jumping up before other guys have the opportunity to. And you talk about the rebound. I mean, in the fourth quarter of the game 5, I mean, 10 rebounds in the quarter, 7 offensive rebounds in the quarter, and huge, massive buckets for him. He had to. They missed the 3. He gets the tap back out to Ja. Ja knocked down the 3 from the top of the key, and that was the point where I really felt like, okay, they can do this. I think that made it 99-94. I want to say when Ja knocked down that 3, I was like, they can come back and win this game now. Before the end, it was kind of like, I mean, they're going to battle back, but I don't know if they can get all the way back. But I mean, they're not in this position at all. If it isn't for Brandon Clarke, I mean, what he's done off the bench. I mean, and when you look back to last year, I mean, in a series against Utah. I mean, it wasn't even a factor in that series. I think it's just something was off with him last year health-wise. I just don't think he was ever right, man. But he has shown up big time. And I think right now we know it's kind of the moment that Ja had in that game. But if I had to give an MVP for this playoff series for this Grizzlies team right now, it would unequivocally be Brandon Clarke.
Oh, my goodness. You just stole what I was – man, I said that yesterday to Anthony Sane. Of course, you can hear him 1-3 with Peter Edmiston on Grind Time. Yeah, that's what I was talking. I was like, BC, I think, is like the MVP. But Desmond Bane, man, Desmond Bane is insane, man. I love Desmond Bane, what he's done. When he came out of TCU, I didn't even care. It was an afterthought. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, cool. And then what he's done – and I don't mean this like to slight Ja Morant. I think Ja will always burn brighter. But Desmond Bane can stroke his free throws, can get to the rim, hits his 3-point field goals. He can shoot. He can go 90, 50, 40, and I don't think it's going to be hard for him. He doesn't take a whole lot of hits. He can also D you up. I feel like Desmond Bane is going to have a long, successful career in the National Basketball Association.
Yeah, I think Desmond Bane's going to play an All-Star game one day. I really do think that. I mean, you look at a guy like Chris Middleton who's played an All-Star game. There's no reason to think that he couldn't be that. I mean, I think he could actually possibly be better than Chris Middleton. I mean, I was a big fan of his even before the Grizzlies drafted him coming out of TCU. I was on another radio show and someone asked me who would be if the Grizzlies could trade up and get a guy that's late in the first or something like that, who would that guy be? And I said Desmond Bane. And that was before the Grizzlies even made that move. I mean, this was before the draft, about a week or so before. And it ended up coming true, but I think he's even exceeded my expectations. I mean, a lot of people kind of thought he was just a spot-up shooter, but he's shown that he can do it all. I mean, like you said, he gets to the free throw line, knocks down free throws at about a 90% clip.
Actually, I think it was 91%, I believe. Yeah. Shot, 43% from three-point, 46.1% from the field. I mean, the guy, but the thing about this is he's stepped it up in the playoffs. He's shooting 46.8 in the playoffs. He's shooting 47.6 from the field and 90% from the free throw line like he has all year. And he's now averaging 23.6 points in the postseason. And, hey, it ain't bad. I mean, he was averaging 18.2 in the regular season. But my man is fearless.
Yeah, I mean, I think that shows you. I think we already knew he was for real, but I think doing this in the playoffs on this stage shows you that he's a legit. That's what I'm saying. I think he's shown out. I think he's an all-star level player, like a lower-level all-star level player. And I don't think if anybody knew that he was going to turn into this, he definitely wouldn't have gone where he went in the draft. You wouldn't get him late first. I mean, if you redraft,
30th overall pick.
Yeah, he's going in the lottery if you redraft it. There's no question about it. I mean, the way he can just shoot the basketball, it doesn't take much room for him to get it off. I mean, that fly-by king, man. I mean, he's a master of getting that shot off, and it doesn't take a lot of room. I mean, he's been fantastic for this team. And again, a night where you saw Dillon Brooks struggle, I mean, he's able to pick up the team offensively, and that's something that they didn't have before. A guy that could get to this level. You had John, you had Dillon Brooks and Valanciunas to a lesser extent. Those are kind of your scores, but now they have another guy that even when Dillon Brooks is not playing well, he can go out there and get buckets for you. And again, I think he's even underrated on the defensive end. He's played some pretty good defense. I mean, he had 3 blocks in Game 5. So, I mean, he's been tremendous, man, and I think he's going to be huge for this game going forward because a team that doesn't have a lot of shooting, I mean, he's a guy that's an elite shooter, and they definitely need that.
The other thing that is he doesn't turn the ball over. You know what I mean? So I like it when the ball's in his hand and he gets the shot off. He finds the open person. He just does a little bit of everything. Dylan Brooks, though. Dylan, everybody loves Dylan the villain. But why is he struggling in this series? Is it the matchup? I mean, he can't hit a three-pointer to save his life unless there's like 6 seconds on the clock and it's a catch and shoot fade away from the corner. Like, for some reason, his shot looks so broken right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him offensively. But on the defensive end, I think he's still having a major impact. He's one of those guys that he's going to do some things that make you scratch your head. But when it comes down to it, someone told me this the other day on Twitter, and I thought it was a great point. They call him a foxhole guy, a guy that when it comes down to the end, you want him on your side, and he's that type of guy. I mean, he went 1 of 10 from 3, but that one that he hit in the fourth quarter was massive. And even when Jaren Jackson Jr. fouled out, I mean, he's out there guarding Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, he's going to make plays for you when it comes down to it. But, yeah, man, it was a rough night for him shooting the basketball. And it hasn't been a great series for him shooting the basketball. You know that the scoring ability that he's had, so you think that's going to come around, man. But it was brutal the other night, man. It got to the point I was like, man, I understand it's the playoffs. I know you're a scorer, but Dylan, man, just stop shooting. Just stop shooting, man.
Please.
He kept putting it up, man. The one thing about him, he's going to get his shots, whether he's making them or not.
Yeah, hopefully they're going to start to fall, and I think things are going to turn around. But like you said, he plays amazing defense. Now, Grizzlies, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's game. I'm looking forward to a little music fest. I'm looking forward to celebrate like a maniac. Are you going to celebrate after the draft? Because I know you're a big, Dallas Cowboys fan?
Yeah, man. Go Cowboys. You know what, Cowboys Nation.
All right, what do you want?
Really.
Do you have a wish list?
I think for them, it's either going to be wide receiver, offensive line, or interior defensive line. I think those are the 3 positions that they need help at. And there's some rumors that they're trying to move up. There's a specific target, and a lot of people are suspecting that it might be Drake London. They're definitely looking at wide receiver, man. They let Amari Cooper go, which I think was a mistake. I just don't agree with that decision to let your wide receiver 1 go. But there's a lot of wide receivers in this draft. Traylon Burks is a guy that I really like, man. Size, man, 6'3", 230. About the size of a tight end, man, that can really go up and high point the football, man, and make some contested catches, man. I would love to see him in a Cowboys uniform. It's just interesting because these mocks are all over the place, especially with the wide receivers. I mean, there's some that have Traylon Burks going 28, 29, and some got him up in the top 15, and you just never know, man. But I think he's a guy that I like. Offensive line, Tyler Linderbaum is a guy that I really like, and Jordan Davis is a kid on the interior defensive line that's just a monster out there. I mean, at his size, I can't remember what he ran, like a 4'7", a 4'8", 40. At that size, is ridiculous. And I think he's going to be a monster, man. I think it's going to be, if you have him in the middle of that defensive line, it's going to be hard for teams to run the football. So those are some of the kind of the guys I like. Chris Olave, wide receiver out of Ohio State, is another guy that I like. I really think they need to show up their wide receiver position. I love CeeDee Lamb, but I just don't.
You don't think Gallup's the number 2? I mean, you lost Amari Cooper and Cedric Wilson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, they need depth at wide receiver. So I think CeeDee Lamb. I think having Amari Cooper out there helps CeeDee Lamb a lot. I'm kind of concerned with him as being your number 1. I know you got Michael Gallup coming back, but he's probably going to miss a few games coming back off his injury. So they're not going to have a lot of depth to start the season, man. I definitely think they need to bring in another starting caliber receiver. And again, man, there's some good ones in this draft, man. But we'll see what direction they go. Even into the second round, I mean, you got second and third round, you got guys like Calvin Austin Jr. Calvin Austin III. Scott Moore is a guy at Western Michigan.
Everybody
that I like
likes him. Yeah, I think I think he could be a late first round pick. I'm serious.
Yeah, I could definitely. I wouldn't. I could definitely see a team jumping up and taking him in the late first, man. But it's going to be interesting, man. For some reason, it feels like people are down on the draft this year. I don't know if it's the lack of quarterbacks in the draft.
It's all about quarterbacks. It's also the fact that the other sexy position on defense is the defensive ends, and Aiden Hutchinson. He's 4'7" guy. Everybody talks about Kayvon Thibodeau, doesn't have the bend. My man Trayvon, he didn't get the sacks in college. So I think it's just
a lot of people have said he's going number 1 now, man. I don't get that, man. If I'm Jacksonville, man, I don't take him number 1 overall, but that's kind of been the consensus today, man. That surprises me a bit.
It surprises the heck out of me. But Isaac, man, I hope you stay blessed. I hope you have a good pick for your Cowboys. Grizzlies win tomorrow night. It'd be great. They start at 8:00 on ESPN. after the ball game, everybody who's a Grizzlies fan, go to @EthosGrizzlies on Twitter, or just go to sportsethos.com. Check out the podcast. Always follow Isaac. He's at Isaac_Rivals. Tell your boy David Williams I said, what's up? Y'all are doing a great job, Isaac. I love the podcast.
Will do, man. Appreciate that.
Hey, man, have a blessed one, and I'll do it again next week.
Will do, man. Talk to you next week.
That's my buddy Isaac Simpson. Didn't have the time to talk to him about them White Sox, by the way. But I will say this. You know what's going on? We have right now Brian Elder Roofing Solutions. You know Brian's on our roof right now? Did you know that, Jay?
Really?
Yeah, we're replacing our whole roof with the best residential and commercial contract in the Mid-South. And let me tell you something. If you have a claim started, you're going to need a great contractor. There's nobody better than Brian Elder. Lob him a call, 901-867-0303. That's 901-867-0303. Or check him out at BrianElderRoofing.com. We'll be back in 2 Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Get your afternoon started with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sang and Sports 56 Grind Time. Weekdays from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Whether it's Miramichi, Cherokee, Galloway, or any of the numerous courses around town, you'll find me, Sheldon Rosengarten, with Marks Bensdorf Realtors, stinking up the course, because I've been known as the worst golfer in town. But along with that tag, people often say that when it comes to selling homes, when you want the job done, call Shell Done. Yes, I spend most of my time making sure my clients get the absolute best and most successful strategic marketing program. Darn it, I hate hitting triple bogeys, but I'd rather be making my clients more for their homes quicker. And who else is going to tell you that if you're thinking of selling, talk to 2 to 3 real estate brokers, but make sure that Shell Dunn is one of them. Remember this, write it down. You can reach me, Shell Dunn Rosengarten, at MemphisRelocate.com or 4830546. That's MemphisRelocate.com or 4830546. Do it now.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Let's say you need a new car, so you go to a dealer, right? Wrong. You need to go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales. Why? Because why limit yourself to just one kind of car when you can choose from all kinds of cars, SUVs, and trucks? All different years, all different makes, all different models. Really good prices, too. Now, everyone says that about the money, but Mount Moriah Auto Sales proves it. They work hard to get you the deal you want, even financing. Plus, they have a huge full-service department to help you take care of your car. So many choices at Mount Moriah Auto Sales. They're almost unlimited, with new vehicles coming in every day. Now, these are really good cars and trucks and SUVs that you'll want to drive. And yes, low miles too. It's so easy. Just go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales, tell them what you want, but keep your eyes open because you might just find the car of your dreams. Mount Moriah Auto Sales makes it all possible. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner, right on the price, right on Mount Moriah.
Hey, if you're hungry for great Mexican food for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, got it. La Guadalupana. Guadalupana. Choose from tacos, burritos, enchiladas, sizzling shrimp, beef, or chicken fajitas, and even a Cuban sandwich filled with Mexican sauces, chicken, ham, steak, jalapenos, avocado, and more. How about super nachos topped with melted cheese, beans, sour cream, guacamole, tomato, and jalapenos? All great with nice cold beer, domestic and imported. Good prices, generous portions, great service at 2 locations, Summer Avenue and Cordova Road. La Guadalupana.
Hi, everyone. This is President Donald J. Trump, and I'd like to invite you to join me and patriots from all over the country at the American Freedom Tour in your wonderful city, Memphis, Tennessee. I will be there live and in person on Saturday, June 18th, with a conservative dream team of my son, Don, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Mike Pompeo, Candace Owens, and many more. We'll all be motivated, excited, and ready to make America great again. This historic event happens just once in Memphis on Saturday, June 18th. I hope to see you there. You cannot afford to miss this one. America's best is yet to come. So let's do it together. Go to AmericanFreedomTour.com and get your tickets now while they last. They are going to be selling very, very quickly, as usual. I love you all. I will see you there.
Go to AmericanFreedomTour.com for tickets as low as $9, and for a limited time, enter promo code AMERICA for a special discount. That's AmericanFreedomTour.com. Once again, AmericanFreedomTour.com.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Memphis' only Top Golf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen's Small Bites. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house. I don't know if you realize it's not just a Thirsty Thursday. It's NFL Draft Day.
It is Thirsty Thursday, though.
It is Thirsty
It's
Thursday.
both.
It is both. It is both.
Draft Day. Johnny Manziel, John.
Yeah, Draft Day. We got Trayvon, Aiden. We got Derek Stingley, Evan Neal. We got, Garrett Wilson, Drake London. Bunch of big names. Where's big Jordan Davis go? Well, let me tell you something. I don't know.
I do. I
but
said it.
Jay Morgan does.
I know where he goes.
By the way,
I'm not going to tell you now, though.
He told me during the break that he's like, dude, I'm telling you, after this, I'm going to send the tape to ESPN, and I'm going to take Mel Kiper's
No, I'm telling you,
Todd
John,
McShay's job.
John, this is a guarantee. Guarantee I'm going to have more exactos than either of those guys, Todd McShay or Mel Kiper. More exactos. I might have the most in the business, John, to be honest with you.
I am excited. I am excited to hear who your picks are.
You want to know what I graded Jordan Davis? He got a 7.61, if that means anything to you.
A 7.61 is very high on
a
your
scale to 8, yeah.
So would you say that that's top 15?
Yeah, I think it's top 15. The highest grade goes to Kyle Hamilton, got my highest grade, 7.92.
Jordan Davis, I think, goes... Ooh, it's going to be tight. I know he goes in the first round.
Oh, I think he goes the first round.
I think a lot of teams are worried about how they're going to feed him. Do you think that's true?
Like with food?
Yeah, they're like, damn,
He's
dude.
a large man.
Yeah, man, he's going to eat everything. They're going to have nothing left for Kenny Pickett in his small hands.
That's right. Well, if he goes to the same team, though.
I mean, yeah, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett in his small hands. Is he a first-round draft pick?
I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, you don't want to spoil
Well,
it?
I'll tell you next hour.
Okay, hey, guess what? It's coming up in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I want to remind you, we're going to talk NFL draft. We have some crazy stories for Hardenwood because it feels so good. We have day baseball going on, and we're going to bet live on the other side on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
In my head, but it's not me. And if the cloud bursts, thunder in your ear, you shout and no one seems to hear.
Are you ready to take it on with Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike? Because we're ready to put you in a new ride today. With what gas costs today, get rolling in a ride with 41 MPG Highway 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4, $199 a month or $14,999. 5 seats, 27 MPG combined, and only $299 per month or $23,915 gets your 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport today from Gossett Mitsubishi. Plus, you'll find the award-winning redesigned 2022 Outlander with plenty of room for 7, $399 a month or $31,414. And you'll always get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 3.9% APR. G4 NHFO 3943. MSRP 16985. Sport NUO 18080. MSRP 25665. Outlander NZO 63636. MSRP 32150. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Grapevine Liquor and Wine has the largest selection of bourbon in North Mississippi and wines from all over the world. Let Jimmy the Delta Boy help you select the perfect spirit or wine to impress. Whether you're looking for the best price or a certain flavor profile, Grapevine Liquor and Wines has it. If you want good southern treatment and the hottest prices, Grapevine Liquor and Wine, Getwell Road, South Haven.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, where do you get your bourbon? Flim flam, bim bam, Grapevine, by damn.
What's wrong, darling?
Work.
I thought you loved your job.
I do, but the boss put me in charge of his corporate luncheon. His bosses are coming. So now I got to figure out something about food.
Hey, have you called Charlie Robertson at Three Little Pigs?
I haven't, but that's a great idea.
That shoulder pack that we got for Mom and Dad's anniversary was killer, honey. And you get a half gallon of coleslaw, half gallon of cooked beans, and all the trimmings with the 24 buns and everything.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
You remember we took the kids there and we had so much fun, and the kids love the ribs and they don't even like ribs.
Oh, that catfish. Oh, yeah. Three Little Pigs. And I got all stressed out for nothing.
Three Little Pigs at the corner of White Station and Quince. A slow-cooked pork shoulder you can have on a sandwich, or you can even have it catered. Plus delicious grain-fed catfish that melts in your mouth. Three Little Pigs Country Breakfast. All the trimmings will get you ready for any day. Three Little Pigs Barbecue, where we serve no swine before it's time. 901-685-7094.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios. Grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers. Everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
Looking for a high-efficiency planting solution? The Case IH 2150 Early Riser Planter combines the industry's most accurate planter technologies with a rugged row unit for a fast and uniform emergence. The Case IH 2150 Early Riser operates at your speed and adapts to unique field conditions so that you can maximize your yield potential. Stop in or call Mid-South Ag Equipment at 662-890-3141 to learn more. That's Mid-South Ag, your Case IH Equipment headquarters.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. When was the last time you had your heating system cleaned? How about a safety inspection? Right now, Conway Service is offering our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your heating system for only $69. That's right, for only $69, we'll come out and perform our 16-point Energy Saving Super Tune-Up on your heating system. We'll also include a complete safety inspection using our state-of-the-art camera system, making sure your heating system is safe to operate this winter. Plus, we'll run a carbon monoxide test on your heating system, all for only $69. You can have the peace of mind knowing your heating system is safe and ready for those cold winter nights. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. Call this week and we'll perform your heating system tune-up for only $57.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is Draft Thursday.
It's our Draft Day Spectacular show.
The Draft Day Spectacular. Jay, Morgan Harder is going to prove to you that he's better than Mel Kiper and Todd McShay.
Right. Well, that'll be tonight. Oh, I'm excited, Sean. I think I'll go 32 for 32.
If you actually do go 32 for 32 and you don't play these games and bet on them, I will cry like you would not.
Well, it's all about just being
believe.
right, John. You know, it's all about being right.
It's always about being right.
But John,
homie.
I won't give out my mock draft until later because we do Hardwood this.
Yeah, we're gonna do Hardwood in just a second. I just want you to know I did a Raptors money line. Also did a Phillies. Zach Wheeler, by the way, for the Phillies, has been atrocious.
He's a bum, John.
He's not a bum.
He's a bum.
He's one of the top 10 pitchers, I believe, in Major League.
No. Oh, now you're going back to last year, John. What have you done for me lately?
He got hurt right before the season started. He's come in there and struggled. He's 0-3 with an 8.53 ERA. That's not very good, but they're going to beat the Rockies today. Took that bad boy. And I also went with the Marlins, your team, because, you know what, let's just be real. Miami's actually pretty good, and Washington is trash.
Terrible.
Now, Pablo Escobar, a.k.a. Pablo Lopez, is not pitching.
Trevor Rogers.
Trevor Rogers is.
Talk about what have you done for me lately.
No kidding. But I think Trevor Rogers, and that's why I'm taking. He has a 6.9 ERA. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's not very good. Almost 7.
But again, that's a good number. You feel like he's going to get off the 6.9.
6.9.
Yeah,
I get it. No, he's poised for a comeback.
He's poised for a comeback. It's going down. This is a guy who's like 6'5", throws the ball on a very hard plane. He's a lefty. He can bang the ball in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Bang the ball. John, honestly, I have to announce something to you. Is that my least favorite team in baseball is the Philadelphia Phillies. It has been for like 3 years now. But after yesterday, I have another NL East team that's climbing up the ranks on my least favorite teams.
The New York Mets.
The New York Mets.
So you didn't like the brawl?
Give me a break.
Dude, Nolan Arenado was sick of it, wasn't he?
Because he had 4 hits in the game. So what are you going to throw up and in because the guy has 4 hits? I know, unwritten rules of baseball. You
Remember,
do that.
It's the baseball.
That's right.
And by the way, there's no
You're not getting another hit on us.
Just so you
Give me
know,
a break.
There's
what
no
is this,
team
1967?
There's no team in baseball that's been hit more than the New York Mets. Did you know that?
Oh, so they're a little retribution is what you're saying.
By the way, though, did you see Stubby clap?
Oh, he threw the guy down.
He tackled Pete Alonso.
I know, he grabbed him and brought him down.
Like Stubby Clapp. If you don't remember who Stubby Clapp is,
former Memphis Redbird great,
Redbird legend,
man.
Can do a little backflips, little short guy at second. You know what I'm saying?
Love that guy.
And his name was Stubby Clapp.
Awesome.
Like, what is worse, being Stubby or having to clap?
No, apparently his
and
father,
they put it in one name.
His father and grandfather were nicknamed Stubby, and his son is also named Stubby.
Would that be a hard pickup line? Hi, I'm Stubby Clapp.
Not if you do flips as you run to second base. It's easy.
It is
easily identifiable.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That man could have played linebacker.
I'm telling you. Pulled him back.
And this is Pete Alonso.
That's
He's won the
DM's
last
move.
2 home run derbies, period.
Yeah.
The dude's got 4 arms that are looking like my thighs.
Polar bear.
Dude, he's a monster. He's also been hit in the head twice this year. Do you know that?
Really?
Actually, he was hit in the face, and then he was hit in the head.
Oh, I rember the one in the face. That's a bad look.
So he's been getting hit a lot, but he got hit harder, I think, than he did by a 99-mile-an-hour fastball the other day because it was Stubby Clapp.
What a play.
And by the way, congratulations that your Cardinals game got there because I might have said, hey, Jay.
You're an idiot.
What do the 5 fingers say to the face?
Slap.
Because I might have had to do it because, I played a little action on that game yesterday just because of you.
John, see, now you're making me. I didn't play the game. You don't have to slap me. Slap one of them. Slap Nolan Arenado.
It was on your advice.
Oh yeah, and but you knew what you were getting into. You knew I had bet the Cardinals the first 2 days. I was doubling down. I knew they were going to win one.
Well, speaking of gambling, we got the 76ers and Raptors tonight. I'm telling you, I love the Raptors. Maxie can't go to Canada.
That's right.
You know why?
No,
they
not
don't like
Maxey,
him.
Not Maxey. Matisse Thybulle.
I mean, Matisse Thybulle. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Maxi Paz for some reason. I don't know.
It's the time of the month.
It is that time of the month for me. If you can't tell, I can't even breathe. I'm going through it right now.
I think that's the opposite of what happens on your time of the month. Everything flows out.
Well,
versus
everything
stays
hurts.
stuffed in.
Well, everything is flowing out my nose.
Oh, you're a
That's
little
what I'm
sore?
talking
You're a
about.
little
I'm
sore?
sore. I'm cramping.
Have you ever seen?
My nose is running like I stole something.
Have you ever seen Silence of the Lambs, John?
Yeah. The little dog.
You know the line in Silence of the Lambs? I don't know if I can say it.
Wait, you probably shouldn't then.
Toughened your,
Nope.
Can't say that?
Nope.
But you know what he says
I
there.
do. Yep.
Toughened ya, didn't it?
They just. Yep.
Toughened your bleep, didn't it? Silence of the Lambs.
Love the Raptors tonight against the 76ers. Joel Embiid's thumb still hurts, and James Harden is fat, old, and he's my kinfolk, so I can say this.
Say right. He's
Like,
your brother, so you don't mind saying that.
No, he's actually my cousin. Okay,
Oh, okay.
Remember, or my uncle. And actually, his uncle.
Oh, he's your uncle.
Well, how
you're-
old is he?
I think
again?
you're his uncle.
No, I'm his cousin.
That's how
Oh,
you say
you
it.
know
What's
what?
up,
Technically, I am older than him.
What's
so.
up, Unc?
So no, he's my nephew.
Oh, he's your nephew.
He's my nephew, and I'm gonna have to tell you something.
Kinfolk.
My nephew, he's been eating too much of my my family's food. He's hanging out with the baby too much. He's not taking shots. He's not looking like James Harden, the guy.
No, he's taking shots, just not in the
just
basketball
not
game.
making them. Yeah, he's doing shots
Yeah,
after the game.
That's right.
Yeah, he really is doing that.
You know, honestly, that might be a big factor as to why he's not
Do you
aging
think
well.
that
You
it's
can't
my
party
fault
like that all the
because
time.
I'm like the representative of Tito's? Do you think I've given him maybe a little too much Tito's?
Oh, because you're in his inner circle, you're giving him bad advice.
Yeah, because every time I tell him when something bad happens, I'm like, dude, if life just hands you lemons, make a lemon drop, make sure it's with Tito's handmade vodka. And I think he's doing it during the game.
I think so, man.
He looks drunk out there. Reckless speculation. But I like the Raptors tonight. I also think the Pels.
Ooh, I love it.
Plus the 2, they aren't giving you money.
I might take the
Chris Paul was
the money
awesome.
line.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think the Pels win straight up.
Oh, Pels in 7, John.
And
Pels in 7.
And there's nothing better than watching Brandon Ingram go out there and ball.
Me too.
And LeBron James
absolutely.
sitting at home knowing he's sipping on his wine, acting like he thinks he's as good as Michael Jordan. Please.
JV going out there, drop 30 again.
JV's been on fire.
He really has, man. They can't guard him.
They can't. They don't have an
They
answer
have
for him.
Aiton's good, but JV's
Aiton's
going
good,
to work.
but JV is roasting.
Going to work, man.
Going to work. Hey, you know what he's doing? He's putting in that work.
Putting in that work.
You know, you
work.
got to put in that work if you want to be good. You know what I'm saying?
Hard work.
Hard work. My man JV's doing great. And then tonight, Jazz in this junt. Nope. I mean Mavs in this junt.
Yeah, Mavs in there.
Sorry, I said that wrong. It's been a great week for fat foreign white guys. Tyson Fury, fat foreign white guy won.
Not Jokic.
Dude, he at least
He played
looked
well,
good.
though.
He played great.
The MVP.
I mean, he might win the MVP. And then you had Luka come back the other night and was just ridiculous.
Redoncic-less.
That'll work,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
But the Jazz, Donovan Spider Mitchell. Did you hear that his MRI on his hammy's good?
Ooh, he's coming back?
They think so.
Wow, but they'll have to get past the Mavs first, though, right?
I mean, they are in Utah. So, do they win the game?
No.
I'm with
Jinx.
you. You won this one today.
How about that?
All right, I can't talk the rest of the series.
No, John, you're good.
Thank
You got to
you.
say your name.
Thank you.
John, before we have to go to Hardwood, obviously, because it feels so good. But before we do, John, I feel like it's draft day. I got to give some draft analysis.
Let's do it.
Can I spin the wheel?
Spin it.
Oh, John, this is great. Is it? Oh, this is perfect. It's the first DB we talked about so far, John. It's Sauce Gardner.
Oh,
quarterback
out of
from Cincinnati.
Actually, I think he might be probably, other than Derek Stingley, I think Derek Stingley and him are the two best corners in this draft. But
Well,
this is your segment. I'm sorry.
No, John, that's quite all right. I love the analysis you gave, and I might say something similar, John. 6'3", 190, 33.5-inch arms, 9 5/8-inch hands. Those are really good measurables. Strengths, John, he's a tall corner with long limbs and sticky hands. I mean, those hands are sticky. Desired blend of confidence and competitiveness. It's a good blend. Presses like a boxing match with those jabs and flurries. He digs the grave and buries an outside release. Improved high balance in 2021, creates very cluttered workspace on contested catches, handled his business when matched up with Alabama's wide receiver Jamison Williams, who's a first-round pick, John, in the national semifinals. Some weaknesses, though, John, his legs, have you seen his legs, are a little skinny with a below-average build, John. Unnecessary disregard for technique sometimes. You got to be technical sometimes, John. He has some hip tug when trying to flip and run, an average gather-and-go quickness from his pedal, inconsistent coming to balance in pursuit, and he's a catch-and-drag tackler. Those are some weaknesses, John. I talked to one area scout for an NFC team. I can't say which, but just to tell you, I'm well-sourced here. Area scout for an NFC team says, I see Derek Stingley going before him, but he's developing really quickly, and I like how he doesn't give receivers any breathing room when he plays press coverage.
I have a feeling New York Giants, that is, and that's probably your NFC inside source. They have the 5 and the 7 pick overall. I don't know if they use the 5, but I guarantee you Ahmad Gardner, if he's there, he doesn't get past 7 in the New York Giants.
Well, I can't divulge my source, John, so it might be the Giants, it might not be, but the grade I'm going to give him, a 7.83. 7.83 makes him, John, my top-rated receiver in the draft this year. I'm sorry, top-rated cornerback in the draft this year. John, back to you.
Oh, back to me. I got to remind you, we get Hardwood because of Mid-South Neuropathy and Wellness Center. 901-609-5517. Find out what Dr. Starr can do for you. If you have neuropathy, TMJ, sciatica, if you have just pain, if you have sleepless nights, I swear he will make your life better. And the thing that's so cool right now is for our Sports 56 listeners, he's waiving the consultation. That's $250. Bing, bang, boom, gone. It's $50 a treatment. Nope, he's going to give you 4 treatments for $99. That's right. They're at 5118 Park Avenue. At the office is at Eastgate Suite 209. They're open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 1 and 3 to 6. Got to have a little lunch break. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you one thing. Dr. Starr, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, he has fixed me in ways. I still couldn't be a weekend warrior at this age. But you know what? I see Dr. Starr. I get on that spinal decompression table, stretches me out, gets my spine and my hips and everything all realigned. I get a massage from Q. Pam is so sweet. She gets me on the shaker. Do you know 12 minutes on the shaker is like an hour and a half workout with weights? And all you do is sit there and, oh, it's so good. Everything over at Mid-South Neuropathy and Wellness Center will make your life better. Please check them out and tell them you heard it on Sports 56. Again, give them a call at 901-609-5517. Let's do a little Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
We might have to do an extended version of Hardwood today.
John, when you say the shaker, is that the thing with the leather pad that goes behind your back?
No, dude, that's like
like from the 80s,
you
know?
stand on it, man. No.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
I know what you're talking
it's
about.
a great machine.
Where it would show like
Pee Wee
the people,
Herman.
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman used to do it all the time.
You know who Pee Wee Herman is?
I've seen every episode of Pee Wee's Playhouse multiple times.
What?
A fine program. One of my favorites, actually.
Man, I am worried about you.
You don't like Pee Wee's Playhouse, John?
I've never.
Never seen it?
I've seen it, of course, man.
We should start doing a word of the day.
Did you know
that wherever it said, we go,
What's his name? What's his name? Real name is like Paul Rubens.
That's right. How'd you know that?
Because he got caught in an adult thing. Yes, he did.
That's a good Hardwood story.
But how is it you're like, dude, Pee Wee's Playhouse? Like, I think they had to end it because my man was playing in a deadgum theater. Got arrested.
He was arrested for that.
Did that kind of end Pee Wee's Playhouse?
Kind of. What really took it for a shot was when what's his name died. That used to work on Saturday Night Live. He was in The Simpsons. He was in the show.
Yeah, because I know a whole lot of dead people.
All right.
Anyway, you're being annoying right now. Now, speaking of
Sorry, John.
people, no, you're not being annoying.
Oh.
You're a good guy.
Oh, thanks, John.
No matter what anybody
Phil
says.
Hartman. When he,
oh, man,
he
yeah, I know Phil Hartman.
With Paul Rubens, they co-wrote Pee Wee together, and when he died, it really took a hit because Phil Hartman was a lot of the brains behind that.
Well, I got a great story for you. You know who John Daly is, right?
Yeah, he's a golfer, John.
Do you know who his son is?
John Daly Jr.
Do you know that they are the first family? Yeah, they're Hooters. They sponsor Hooters.
The first family of Hooters.
The first family of Hooters is the Dalys. And by the way, they play golf. And John Daly's got a very interesting world. He's done some very crazy things. By the way, met him many times. Very nice guy.
Good guy.
Very, very nice guy. Loves the drink. He says, and he was on the podcast, Just Being Earnest. And he came out there and said,
of being earnest.
he came out there and was talking about how He ticked off Tiger Woods more than anybody.
Wow, why?
Because John Daly said he and Tiger went out and played one day. And he said during the round, he finished off, and this is just, for me, this is a little excessive. He drank 3 bottles of Crown Royal.
3 bottles?
In 18 holes. He said he drank 3 bottles of Crown Royal. And he said at that time he was drinking 35 to 40 beers a day during golf when he was practicing. He says,
I wonder why he's a weight problem.
When he beat Tiger Woods and he finished off his 3rd bottle of Crown, Tiger just walked off the 18th hole and was just ticked off. And he's like, I can't believe this fat drunk beat me. Was that mean from Tiger Woods?
No.
He did call him, he is kind of fat. And he's an alcoholic.
You drank 3 bottles of Crown during
But you're
a
still
round of
good
golf.
enough to beat Tiger Woods.
It doesn't matter. What did he say inaccurately there? I can't believe this fat drunk beat me. It seems like all facts to me, John. Is it rude? Maybe.
Hey, listen to this. So Tiger's looking at him the whole day. He said, I got drinks going down like you wouldn't believe. He said, I also ran out of 3 bottles of Crown before the 18th hole, and I had people bringing me drinks on the golf course. He said, Tiger just kept looking and thinking to myself, where are all these drinks going, and how come your ball keeps going into the hole? Then Tiger said, yo, bro, on the 18th hole, he's got a putt to win it. He said, if you make this, you just ain't right. And then he said, I looked at Tiger, and he says, I have Dunkin' Donuts in my in my veins, and I have diet pills on my collar, and I got Crown Royal in my liver. And then he sunk the putt.
Money.
By the way,
wait, John. So you said John Daly said this to Oscar Wilde?
No, he said this to Tiger Woods.
No.
Oh,
but
no.
On Oscar Wilde's podcast.
Yes, Being Earnest.
The Importance of Being Earnest.
Yes.
Oscar Wilde podcast.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Oscar Wilde. What a name.
Oscar Wilde's podcast.
Is it really? Is his really name Oscar Wilde?
No, Oscar Wilde was a poet from the 1880s that wrote
No
the play
kidding.
Importance
I
of Being
know who
Earnest.
Oscar Wilde is, you moron.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I'm just saying, I didn't know who is the host. I don't know if you know this.
But you see, John, because the name of the podcast is whatever. It's
Being Earnest.
Being Earnest, and the play that he wrote was called The Importance of Being Earnest.
By the way, you know one of my favorite Oscar Wilde quotes is?
What's that? Always
forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much.
That's right. It's a good one.
I like that one. Now, how did you get me on Oscar Wilde, you moron?
Because that was the podcast that John Daly was on.
Oh, okay,
it was
because
Oscar
of
Wilde's
Being
The Importance of Being Earnest podcast.
All right, so you think Colby Covington's a tough guy?
Yes. No, I hate Colby Covington.
He's weak sauce.
Weak sauce.
Dude, so you know Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal got in a little skirmish outside of a
Prime
Miami
112.
Yeah, in Miami.
Uh-huh.
By the way, great steak. So they get in a little bit of a fight. They have a little bit of hearing. And do you know what Colby Covington is claiming?
Damages.
That he suffered a brain injury.
Wow.
So being in the UFC
How can
didn't
you
do
prove
it.
it happened then? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, what is this? Just so you know,
publicity
it
stunt.
makes Colby Covington look like a baby.
I was
In
going
fact,
to use a different B word.
if you're Joe Rogan and what's the Dana White?
Ariel Helwani.
Another bald guy. 2 bald guys that are making it in this world. You got to feel like you have a chance.
That's right.
Like, because they're both bald as all get out.
Well, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he's bald too.
He's bald too.
Yeah, and he also made his rocket look just like the one in what is that show with the little bald guys? Mike Myers and the little mini me.
Yeah, no, Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. He made his rocket
It looks
look
like
just
a giant set of.
Yeah, I know,
You know,
it does. It does.
It
It
looks
really
like
does.
a giant Johnson.
Yes,
You know,
it,
that's a great-
that's one of the greatest things.
Excellent.
Oh my God, dude, I love that. But Colby Covington says he really suffered a brain injury.
He's lying.
Can
I say that, John? He's lying.
I think he's lying
I'll say
too.
he's lying.
I mean,
Liar.
I saw the punch.
Pants on
It doesn't
fire.
look like that bad. I've seen him taking a lot bigger beatings inside the ring. Why do you think Colby Covington is going this way?
Because that is his shtick now, is to be a public bleep hole, and it made news, John.
So, Jay.
And it probably, talking about forgiving your enemies, probably upset Jorge Masvidal.
Well, I mean, he didn't forgive his enemy. You know what he should have
No, he
come
did the
out and
opposite
say?
of
Here's
forgive
exactly what Colby Covington
I
said.
forgive you.
I don't even want to press charges against that weak sauce of a human being. Hey, be peaceful, Masvidal. Nobody cares about you. I beat your butt in the ring.
That's what you should say.
That's an Oscar Wilde approach.
I don't even want to press charges because I wasn't hit hard enough for it to even be assault.
Exactly.
That's how you make him mad.
Dude, that was perfect, actually. But he's not doing it, and he's weak sauce. Now,
probably have to take a break, John.
I'm going to it.
Oh, okay.
But I have to ask you this one question.
All right.
So you're drafted. Today's the draft day.
But this is a different kind of draft, I'm imagining.
You go get some ice, all right?
Is that a chain?
Yeah. It's ice, bro. Come on. You don't know the lingo?
Well, John, we're on the radio, and so you pantomime putting on a necklace, but people in the audience might be, okay, ice, and I'm going to put some water in it or a soda. But you're talking about jewelry.
Ice is also, I know, in Breaking Bad, considered methamphetamine.
Wow.
And that's what also I saw on, what was that show? Wasn't Reno 911 with Officer Dangle? It was like Pablo Escobar-esque on Netflix where they go and... Doesn't matter. Point is, what kind of ice are you getting? And again, I mean a chain.
Frozen.
Frozen? You're going to be frozen?
Frozen ice.
You're going to be frozen?
John, what kind of ice would you get?
I would... harden.
Oh, would it say harden?
Bam, harden wood across the chest.
Isn't that what Anthony Edwards
and then it would say,
how's
it feel so good? Harden wood.
That's a wordy chain now.
That is all right, dude. His chain is wordy as all get out.
That sounds more like a chest tattoo.
Dude, I don't have tattoos. I don't do tattoos.
Why not?
Because I change all the time. Like, I might like Betty one day, and then I might like Cindy Lou Who.
Nowadays, you can get them removed.
I'm kidding, by the way, Chaz. It's only you.
Nowadays, you can get them removed.
The tattoos? Sounds painful, bro.
Have you ever seen...
Let me spend money on something that in like a week I'm going to hate. No.
Have you ever seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall or Get Him to the Greek with Russell Brand where he plays the character
Is that where he smokes a Jeffrey?
Yeah, the Jeffrey, that's right. So he plays this character Aldous Snow, and they're like going through all of his tattoos of different religious deities, and they're all each one contradicts another one. And he has all these tattoos over his body. So that's what I imagine you getting is like a tattoo that you feel strongly about one day, and then next week you get another one that totally contradicts that tattoo.
I kind of like that, actually.
Oh, that's a good idea. You should do that then.
So you don't have an answer. I would say bald guy's rule. Like if I were you, your ice would be like your tattoo would just say bald guy's rule. Or no, bald guys.
I'm balding, John. I'm not bald yet.
You're close enough, bro. Let's just be honest, man. When that light shines a certain way, I don't even see any hair.
That's a fact, Jack.
I'm like, dude, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
That's a fact, man.
But Derek Stingley got Feel the Sting. Do you like it? Dislike it?
Yes.
You do?
I love it.
His name's Derek Stingley, but it says Feel the Sting. I don't know,
Oh,
man.
Derek Stingley. I know all about Derek Stingley.
Yeah, he played quarterback. He went to LSU.
I knew that, John, obviously.
He's the only cornerback that's probably going to go ahead of Ahmad Gardner.
Well, that's what one NFL official said. Well, let's see what my mock draft says in a bit.
Okay, we're going to find out your mock draft on the other side. Do me a favor, people. Don't you dare touch the dial. This is Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxitrol, the explosive, all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine that little blue pill on steroids. Noxitrol is so powerful. That's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitrol free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitrol dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Call now and find out how to get a free bottle of Noxitrol while supplies last. Call 1-800-231-8913. That's 800-231-8913. Free bottle for limited time. Call now. 800-231-8913. 800-231-8913.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
I just one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house. It is draft day.
Your draft day spectacular.
It is the draft day spectacular, and we're about to find out how spectacular my buddy Jay Morgan is. But I got to tell you something, Jay.
What, John?
I think you're good, but I don't think you're as good as Wilkerson's Liquor and Wine. You know why? They have the largest selection of tequilas. They have Tito's Vodka. They have over 70 different single malts. They have bourbon. Hey, do you like bourbon?
I love
Do you
bourbon.
like whiskey?
Oh, it's my favorite, actually.
You like both? Oh,
it's gonna
yeah.
kill me, I'm afraid.
Well, over 200 different bourbons and whiskeys for me to choose from around the world. Not just in Tennessee and Kentucky, around the world. Plus, they have wines from all the regions in the entire country. If you're a wine enthusiast, Wilkerson's Liquor and Wine is your spot. They're open every day, including Sunday from 10 to 7. And for football and sports fans, Wilkerson Liquor and Wine, they got you covered for all your game action. They got you covered for your weekend action. And Wilkerson's has you covered for a Thirsty Thursday. And today is Thirsty Thursday, so check them out at 146 Highway 72, Suite 102. They're right next to the Captain John's Barbecue. Check out Wilkerson's Line and Liquor and Wine. Very end didn't work very well, did it? I blame it on my sinuses.
You nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it.
You nailed it.
You know what? Maybe I was into a little Wilkerson's Liquor and Wine
That's
a little
right.
bit earlier.
Maybe so.
Or maybe that moon rock is affecting me a little bit more than I expected.
Or maybe it's just a day of being congested.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be.
I don't know. That's reckless speculation.
John?
I'm not a doctor.
I got my mock draft, man. Is this mock draft time? Are we mocking it?
We're mocking it. Are
John,
you ready to rock?
Hey, I'm so ready to rock now. Now, feel free. We got 32 teams here in a short segment, kind of. So feel free to give any. I'm gonna try to keep analysis to a minimum, not because I don't know an abundance about these guys, but because it's a short segment. But feel free to chime in with anything you think about any of these guys or any of the picks. Okay?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, John, you know what that means?
No.
Pick is in. Pick is in. First pick from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've got Travon Walker, defensive end, Georgia. John, he graded out at 7.59 for me.
The thing that's interesting for me is I know he played with Kirby Smart. I know Trent Baalke likes Kirby Smart. I understand that he played in a very complex defense. And I understand he ran a 4.5, and he's fast as all get out. He's athletic. But he's more of an athlete than a football player right now, in my opinion. I think you're crazy. I know the betting favorite. I know that Travon Walker. Do you not remember I told you who he was and you didn't even know who the heck he was earlier in this week?
I don't believe that.
I
think you're lying, John.
I'm pretty sure you didn't. Do you know he only had 13 sacks playing at Georgia with that amazing defense? Come on. He is not going number one. I don't care what anybody says. It's either going to be Evan Neal or it's going to be my man Ikem.
Hutchinson.
No.
Ikem Ekwonu.
Yes, it's going to be a left tackle to protect my man.
No, John,
Sunshine.
John, I have to disagree with you there. I think they really want to go D-end here. All right. My sources tell me they want to go D-end. Detroit Lions, you heard that noise, John. That means the pick is in. Detroit Lions, with the second pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, take Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end, Michigan. 7.91 he graded out for me, John.
I have to say I agree with you.
Wow.
If Aiden is there, I just feel like the Lions run to the podium. They pick him. I mean, he's like from there. So, like, if you're a Michigan man, can you really hate the Lions? You'll probably like Dan Campbell playing for him. I think Aiden Hutchinson, Dan Campbell, Lions, lock.
Oh, John, that means pick us in. With the third pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Texans take Evan Neal, offensive tackle, Alabama. 7.87 he graded out for me, John.
Have to say I totally disagree with you. I think the offensive line is not the issue. I think their secondary is complete trash.
John, they need to tackle.
Their secondary is so trashy that Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie say, that's hot.
I have a source inside the LSU football program. This is just one source, though, that says the Texans will be taking Stingley with the third pick. But I didn't mock it that way because I think I know better than the Texans do, John.
I agree with you.
Fourth pick. That means that the pick is in, John. Fourth pick in the draft. Jets take Kayvon Thibodeau, defensive end from Oregon. He graded out for me, John, at 7.83.
Again, I have a big disagreement on you. I don't think Kayvon Thibodeau goes in the top.
Oh, you think he falls, John?
I think he falls.
Everyone's saying he's falling.
I think he falls to Seattle.
Yeah. I'm not going to get them all right, John. I'm just going to get more right than everybody else.
At number 9.
Wow. John, that means pick us in. Giants take Ikem Ekwonu, offensive tackle, North Carolina State.
Again, I disagree because he's already gone.
Come on, John. You already had him going. He's already gone at that point.
He's gone.
John, you know what that noise means? It means the pick is in. Carolina Panthers take Malik Willis, quarterback, Liberty. John, he graded out for me at a 7.52. That was a 6th pick, Malik Willis, Panthers quarterback.
I know you're on meth again.
What?
Okay, so who just picked? You're telling me the New York Giants just took Malik Willis?
No, the Panthers
Oh,
did.
the Panthers at number 6?
Yeah. The
Giants
Giants
they're going
just
to take him. They're going to
extended.
move down. The Panthers are not going to take Malik Willis at number 6.
Agree to disagree. John, you know what that means? The pick is in. With the 7th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the pick from the Bears, the Giants select Jermaine Johnson II, defensive end, Florida State. John, he graded out for me at a 7.60.
I like Jermaine Johnson, good edge rusher, but I think it's going to be Ahmad Gardner.
Wow, so
Again,
you
we disagree.
with me.
I don't think that Ahmad Gardner gets out of New York at 5 or 7.
So far, according to you, I have one pick right then.
Yes, number 2.
John, pick us in. The Falcons take wide receiver from Ohio State, Garrett Wilson. 7.61 grade for me.
I don't really think I don't think that's a bad one.
Oh,
I kind of actually like
baby.
that because you hook him up. You know, you're bringing in Marcus Mariota. You got the best tight end, like possibly prospect in a long time, in Kyle Pitts. Hook him up with some speed from Ohio State, Garrett Wilson. He can stretch the field. He can run nice routes. I like that actually. So I like 2 things you've said.
John, did you hear that bell? The pick is in. You know what that means? Pick is in. The Seattle Seahawks from the Broncos. They get Charles Cross, offensive tackle, Mississippi State. John, graded for me at a 7.55.
Chance.
Whoa! What?
Charles, but he is great. He's a great offensive lineman. But that means you got 3 offensive linemen going in the top.
It's a heavy. That's the top players in the draft, John. Some of my best graded players.
I think Seattle goes defense. I think they have a Michael Bennett Jr. and Kayvon Thibodeau.
I don't agree, John, and I'm an expert. New York Jets. Oh, John, you know what that noise means? The pick is in. The New York Jets with the 10th pick from Seattle. They take Drake London, wide receiver, USC.
I actually agree with you.
7.51 he graded for me, John.
I absolutely agree with you.
Wow, that's 3. So 3 exactos according to John Harden so far. No, I don't really know much about him. I know he's a big guy. They say he's a little slow.
Huge. He can run. No, he just doesn't have that quick twitch.
That's right. Not twitchy. That's right. That's what I said.
He's more
not
like
twitchy.
a DK Metcalf, and a DK Metcalf ain't
DK.
bad, dude, is he? Yeah.
He's not bad. John, you know what that noise means? The pick is in. The 11th pick from the Washington Commanders, Kyle Hamilton, safety, Notre Dame.
I
John,
like that.
My highest graded player in the draft, 7.92.
I like Kyle Hamilton.
How about that?
I like it.
Oh, I would go Commanders. Next pick, John. Oh, the pick is in, John. Minnesota Vikings, Ahmed Sauce Gardner, cornerback, Cincinnati.
See, he's already off the board. I think Jordan Davis. I think Minnesota shores up that interior line. I think Minnesota goes Jordan Davis out of Georgia.
John, the pick is in. With the 13th pick, the Texans, via the Browns, get Jordan Davis, defensive tackle, Georgia. Why, great minds think alike, do they not? You just said him, and I gave him to you for the next pick.
Can I just tell you the truth?
Please.
I didn't even listen to your pick. I kind of like my what is it?
You
when
got
you talk
distracted.
a lot, I get distracted. I was checking out my phone.
John, the Texans took Jordan Davis with the pick right after the one you
right
said from the
after
Browns.
what I said. All right, who got at 14 with the Baltimore Ravens?
Wait, hang on, John. Oh, John, you know what that noise means? The pick is in. The Ravens take Tyler Linderbaum, center from Iowa.
Ooh, he's a heck of a center. Dude can get to the second level, blocks linebackers. He can pull as a center. My man's smart, athletic. I like that pick.
Linderbaum at 14. It's kind of high for a center,
I think
though.
it's kind of high, actually.
But
for him.
I was going for it. I felt like it was a good one, John. 15th. Wait. Oh, John, the pick is in. I had a 15th pick. The Philadelphia Eagles from the Dolphins take Derek Stingley Jr., quarterback, LSU.
Dude, Derek Stingley.
Now, he's my
is
second
not
cornerback
getting,
off the list.
Dude, Derek Stingley will not get out of the top, I'd say, 7 picks.
Well, John, I disagree here because he's going to be picked 15th. Now, remember.
Did you not hear the chain? He got
I had
ice.
sources.
His ice is dripping, and it says, feel the sting.
John, I had sources
Isn't
saying
that
he's
a
going to be
song?
picked 3rd.
Can you feel the sting?
Is it by Sting?
Burning
by the
your
police?
night. Yeah, I think it has something to do with after a bad night with being with one of the people
Being
in
with
police.
Sting, yeah.
Next morning, you're feeling the sting.
Yeah, in your pee. John, Derek Stingley, second cornerback taken behind Sauce Gardner. John, so I think, I know what you're saying, but I just can't agree with you. Oh, John, you know what that noise means? The pick is in. With the 16th pick in the NFL draft via the Eagles the pick is from the Eagles via the Colts. Nakobe Dean, linebacker, Georgia. 7.51.
Wait. Did you say the Saints?
The Saints.
I actually think this is where the first quarterback comes off the board, and it's Malik Willis.
Wow, Malik Willis, first quarterback off the board. Bold take by you, John. Bolder than what I said. What are we on now?
17, sir.
Oh, John.
It's right after 16.
The pick is in. The 17th pick in the NFL draft, the Los Angeles Chargers, John. They take Trevor Penning, offensive tackle, Northern Iowa.
I can see going offensive line. You do have a great quarterback. You got some wide receivers. I love Justin Herbert, but I feel like they go cornerback. I like Trent McDuffie out of Washington.
All right, John, we got to go. We got to rapid fire here. We're almost out of time. 18th pick. Oh, John, the pick is in. With the 18th pick in the NFL draft, the Eagles, via the Saints, take Jamison Williams, wide receiver, Alabama.
I can see that for 100%.
Ooh, John, pick is in. With the 19th pick in the NFL draft, the Saints, via the Eagles, take Chris Olave, wide receiver, Ohio State.
Ooh, I kind of like that one.
Good one. John, what's next?
Number 20.
Number 20, John, Pittsburgh Steelers take Kenny Pickett, quarterback, Pittsburgh.
Man, that's some weak sauce. I think they're good. You know what they're going to do?
What?
Treylon Burks, bro, out of Arkansas. It's going to go Olave, then Burks, brother.
John.
21.
Pick is in, John. The 21st pick in the NFL draft, Patriots take Trent McDuffie, cornerback, Washington. A lot of people are saying he's the best cornerback Washington's ever had, John.
I think that he goes to the Chargers at 17, but hey, I like it.
I went a little bit later, I think, didn't I?
22, buddy.
22. I'm losing track here. 22nd pick, John. Oh, the pick is in, John. The Packers from the Raiders take Christian Watson, wide receiver, North Dakota State.
What about Jahan Dotson? You like Watson better than him?
Didn't I already have Dotson going off the board?
Oh, did you have Dotson already gone?
No, I haven't. No, Dotson goes later. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Dotson
So you like
goes
Christian
later.
Watson?
I love this kid, Christian Watson. Great
North Dakota State.
You know, John, I don't actually like him more than I like the other guy you just mentioned. Well, no, yes, I do. I like him by 0.02 points on my grade higher. Yeah, that's why.
0.02 of a point difference.
You got it, John. 23rd pick, Arizona Cardinals take Treylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas. You already had him going off the board.
I got him going to the Steelers.
Ooh. John, with the next pick, 24th pick, the Cowboys take Devin Lloyd, inside linebacker, Utah.
I have no idea what the Cowboys are actually going to do.
Yeah, I agree. Take him inside linebacker.
I'm just going to sit here and say this. I'll agree with you.
That's an exacto then, John. Oh, the pick is in. The 25th pick in the NFL draft. The Buffalo Bills take Andrew Booth Jr., John, quarterback, Clemson.
I can't really argue with that.
Oh, they need
But what about Kyler Gordon? Do you like Andrew Booth?
Oh,
or
love
do you like
Booth.
Kyler Gordon?
I like Booth better than Gordon, John. It's really not even a question for me.
Really?
I don't
Okay.
even think about it. What do you think? You like him better?
I like Kyler Gordon out of Washington, to be honest with you. I think it'll be Washington's actually going to have a little bit of love. But go ahead, next pick.
Agree to disagree, I guess. John, the 26th pick. The Tennessee Titans take Zion Johnson, guard, Boston College.
I think that is actually a really good pick.
I got another
like that.
exacto, John.
Now, before we do 27 through 32, we're going to do it on the other side.
Okay.
I just want to remind everybody out there, while we're feeding y'all picks, I want to feed your belly. Go to Central Barbecue, 4 amazing locations, the ribs, the wings, the sausage cheese plate, the barbecue nachos, the chicken nachos, the pulled chicken, the turnip greens, the barbecue beans. Everything at Central Barbecue is simply the best. Nobody does barbecue better in Memphis than Central Barbecue in Memphis does the best barbecue in the world. So ergo, Central Barbecue is the best barbecue in the world. You can also ship it. Go to eatcbq.com. Back in 2 Shakes, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Found a great new restaurant in Horn Lake, Mississippi, Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's on Highway 51, Horn Lake, Mississippi. Bring back those childhood memories from homemade Sloppy Joe's to mouth-watering cheeseburgers, spicy or regular fries, chicken tenders, chicken wings, jumbo hot dogs. Just a little secret, Sloppy Joe's has got that nachos cheese on it. On fire, delicious. Fried catfish that melts in your mouth. Light batter too, even homemade lemon cake. Check us out. Don't forget Q's Sloppy Joe's. Daily breakfast from 7A to 10A. Try Q's Big Breakfast. 3 homemade gigantic pancakes, 3 meats, 3 eggs for $10.75. Generous portions. Come hungry. Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's, 5441 Highway 51. Just 20 minutes from Memphis. Can't miss it. Beautiful old brick house. Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's, 5441 Highway 51, Horn Lake, Mississippi.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wollo said hello.
Hi, everyone. This is President Donald J. Trump, and I'd like to invite you to join me and patriots from all over the country at the American Freedom Tour in your wonderful city, Memphis, Tennessee. I will be there live and in person on Saturday, June 18th, with a conservative dream team of my son Don, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Mike Pompeo, Candace Owens, and many more. We'll all be motivated, excited, and ready to make America great again. This historic event happens just once in Memphis on Saturday, June 18th. I hope to see you there. You cannot afford to miss this one. America's best is yet to come. So let's do it together. Go to AmericanFreedomTour.com and get your tickets now while they last. They are going to be selling very, very quickly, as usual. I love you all. I will see you there.
Go to AmericanFreedomTour.com for tickets as low as $9. And for a limited time, enter promo code AMERICA for a special discount. That's AmericanFreedomTour.com. Once again, AmericanFreedomTour.com.
Let's say you need a new car, so you go to a dealer, right? Wrong. You need to go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales. Why? Because why limit yourself to just one kind of car when you can choose from all kinds of cars, SUVs, and trucks? All different years, all different makes, all different models. Really good prices, too. Now, everyone says that about the money, but Mount Moriah Auto Sales proves it. They work hard to get you the deal you want, even financing. Plus, they have a huge full-service department to help you take care of your car. So many choices at Mount Moriah Auto Sales. They're almost unlimited, with new vehicles coming in every day. Now, these are really good cars and trucks and SUVs that you'll want to drive. And yes, low miles too. It's so easy. Just go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales, tell them what you want, but keep your eyes open because you might just find the car of your dreams. Mount Moriah Auto Sales makes it all possible. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner, right on the price, right on Mount Moriah.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house, and he is Mel Kiper and Todd McShay that had a baby.
I'm better than both of them.
No, I mean, you're their baby.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about, like, my loins earlier and what I produce and
That's
how good
right.
I am.
That's right.
They produced you, and that's what we have as my producer, Jay Morgan. But I'm going to tell you something
They
real
should
quick.
be so lucky to
They should be so lucky. But I will say one thing. Do you like seafood? I love seafood. And if you're looking for, like, some fresh Gulf seafood, Juicy Seafood in South Haven at 775 Goodman Road is your next destination. If you want to go out on a date night, their shrimp is out on fire. Their oysters, it's an aphrodisiac. Alaskan king crab legs, fresh lobster. They also, if you want to bring the kids out there, they got chicken tenders and fried shrimps. Whatever you do, come hungry, leave happy. Juicy Seafood, 775 Goodman Road. Back to the draft.
John, you know what that noise means? It means the pick is in. With the 27th pick in the NFL draft in 2022, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle from Georgia.
You think he's a first-round pick?
Oh, I do, John. I think he's first-round pick. Not only a first-round pick, a 27th overall pick to the Bucs. They needed DT. 28th pick, John, the Packers.
I think he's a first-round pick, too.
John, you know what that noise means? It means the pick is in. The 28th pick, John. The Green Bay Packers take Kenyon Green, offensive guard, Texas A&M. Like this guy a lot, John. 7.56 grade for me.
So the Packers got a wide receiver and an offensive lineman?
I mean, that's what A-Rod needs, John.
Yeah. But don't they also need something on defense?
Maybe. John, the pick is in. The 30th pick, 29th pick from the Dolphins via the Niners to the Kansas City Chiefs, John. The Chiefs select Jahan Dotson, wide receiver, Penn State. Your boy. 7.36 on my grade.
I like it. I think that's realistic.
John, the pick is in. The 30th pick. I love this guy. Kansas City Chiefs take David Ojabo off outside linebacker or edge rusher from Michigan.
I think he has a higher ceiling than Aiden Hutchinson.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, I do too. I graded him higher than Aiden Hutchinson. John, 31st pick in the... John, the pick is in. The
Bengals.
31st pick in the NFL draft, the Cincinnati Bengals take George Karlaftis, defensive end, Purdue.
I think they take an offensive lineman, the best available.
I think they need an edge rusher, John. I think they need an edge rusher, you know.
Disagree, bro.
Oh, wow.
But go ahead, sir.
John, the pick is in. The last pick of the first round. It all comes down to this, John.
Seattle Seahawks.
The Detroit Lions via the Rams.
Oh, that's right. Wait, is it the Lions?
The Lions.
Oh, man. For some reason, I thought Seattle had it.
The
Go
Detroit
ahead.
Lions via the Rams take, John.
No, it is this. It is the Lions.
Yeah.
Who do they take?
The Lions, John, with 32nd pick. Matt Corral, quarterback, Ole Miss. Three QBs taken in the first round. How about that?
So you got Malik going high. You got Kenny Pickett going medium. And you got my man, Matt Corral, rounding up the end, huh?
That's right.
How many people do you think tonight when they head up on the stage are going to be looking good, styling and profiling? Probably all of them. Because you know why? They went to 5080 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. They went to Frontier Western Store. If you want all the spring and summer fashions, they got you covered. They also have the largest boot showroom on planet Earth, my friend. Frontier Western Store and FrontierWesternStore.com. So no matter where you are, you can order it. They'll ship it out within 24 hours. Bing, bang, boom, you got your goods. Frontier Western Store and FrontierWesternStore.com. They are about styling and profiling, and they're family-owned and operated since 1967. I hope everybody enjoys their draft day. We do have some NBA action tonight. I already said this. I think the Raptors beat the Phillies tonight in Canada. I think that the Pels beat the Suns down in New Orleans, and I think the Mavericks go to Utah and win. So there's not going to be a home crowd other than the New Orleans Pelicans and the Raptors that are going to be celebrating, partying, because everybody in Utah is going to be crying. Coming up next, we have Grind Time with Pete and Anthony. For Jay, I'm John. Get out there, make the world a better place. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
I know the sweetest thing in Memphis, and I know it's been